I go on buying Longchamp item? That's a very good question. Because in this video, I'm going to share with you all the negative points in this brand that makes me a little bit sad, and some of them even drive me nuts. So let's go. Yes, Longchamp is my all-time favorite brand. If you do not know, I'm a French bag collector and most of my bags are from Longchamp. I got either nylon bags, leather bags, and since a bunch of time now, and some of my subbies already sent me what makes them nuts is, for example, on the website. Most of the time we do not have the interior pics of the bag. And exception, the new Le Roseau bag, we do have pics of the interior as well as a 3D vision, but most of the bags, there's a lack of pics. And guys, how can you do that? You maybe know that people just have the opportunity to order the bag through internet because they do not have a boutique or reseller in their area, and that's the base to provide pics of the interior. That's the most important in a bag, and that's make me crazy. Seriously, I am lucky. I can go to boutique. I've got several boutiques in my area, but I am still thinking about people who do not have this chance. It's a bit complicated to order a bag when you do not know how the interior is made. Another example, the strap. For a long time, the strap of Longchamp bags were not adjustable. They were either too long, either too short, depending on your size. And it's so simple to add an adjustable system. Now there's a little improvement, and the latest bag, they do have adjustable straps. So I do hope it will be generalized to all the bags, but for a long time it was not the case. Another thing that drive me nuts, for example, in the Foulonné range, and if you do not know, Foulonné is the most iconic leather by Longchamp. It's a coide grain leather, known by everyone. It's really iconic, as I said, and sometimes Longchamp provide bags in this line, but they are not made with Foulonné leather, and that makes me crazy because they worked for a long time to make this leather their signature, and now they decided to provide other things. And I don't think it's not good for the client because first they can be lost, and now when you have a good signature, keep on it. You can modernize the bag, but don't do strange things like that. Another point concerns the actual marketing. It's too different. I mean, if you are looking at the latest campaign in the latest year, you will remark that Longchamp is only targeting young people and very young adults. I have nothing against with that. I can understand they want to open and expand their target, but now it's too obvious, and I do think they only think at them, and that's a bit funny because I know that Asia is their biggest market, and that's cool. I have nothing against with that, nor I have something against young people, but this has consequences. And so the latest bag, they are either too small, either too big, but they are too orientated fashion, and I'm sorry guys, but most of the bags are no more or less practical. And that's kind of sad when you know the history of Longchamp. And if you look at the economic aspect, maybe in Asia, but in the rest of the world, I doubt that young people and young adults can't afford such price, because price have also increased completely in a crazy manner. And the fact is that today I'm seeing that Longchamp is proposing more and more lines. They always create new lines, but the fact is that when they create one, they made the line disappeared. And that's a problem, because just an example, the boxtrot, the line only lasts 2.5 years, if I remember correctly, and that's not good. Sorry, but today it seems like fast fashion. Seriously, I got the image of Longchamp becoming a fast fashion brand, to always propose something new and do not keep the line. And that's sad, because not a bunch of people can afford bag just when they go out like this as new, and sometimes people need to put money aside to buy later a bag. And doing this, you don't offer the opportunity of a person to buy the bag, and that's sad. And there's also all these aspect of party. That's all. Parisian party life at night, on the beach, and now it's party at the university. Yes, okay, it's nice to have a brand with an image of active, funny, happy, and so on. I do understand, but life is not a party every time, and sometimes I would appreciate that they came back to the heritage of making bags for people really working, and yes, for normal people who go to work, who need bags for their everyday lifestyle. Because if you are looking at the latest campaign, you just imagine people having meeting with their friends and just going to 1 hour yoga and so on, but nobody has a life like this. And I think they are too targeting, and they forget the base of their work, and that made me a bit sad. Maybe some of you will tell me, hey, but that's normal, you know more at the university, you're older and so on. Yes, but if you go back in time, when I was in my 20s, Longchamp was doing bag for everyone, and their campaign was for everyone. And now it has changed a lot. Something also that I do think it's not as good as they seems to be, the fact that all their boutiques are similar. Whether you are in Hong Kong, Paris, Los Angeles, all the boutiques are the same. They want a kind of cozy places with sofa, couches, like a tiny apartment. But the consequences of that is that there are really less stock of bags. And this is kind of funny, because on one side, they are producing a bunch of lines and new items and so on. But on the other side, the stock are really limited. And we can see this. A bunch of items are clearly very fastly sold out. And I can understand, because if you are creating too many things in too many numbers, you will have difficulty to sell it. Whereas if you want to always attract people, you produce various lines in tiny quantities. But once again, it is sad for the customers, because if you have seen something you like, but for any reason you do not have the time to buy it at the right time, you can pass on it. And so there's this aspect has a lot of impact concerning the way to buy Longchamp item. And I regret the time when you go to a boutique, they were all different, and you can see the whole collection, because I'm talking about my area, but I've got near me, yes, I can tell I have 3 boutiques. That's so sad. They do not have anymore the same items and so on, and you can see clearly the whole collection. You just have the pics on the iPad or the book of the collection, and then they order the item you want. But that's sad, but you have to make another ride to the boutique, you know? Before, you just go to the boutique, you have the item. So, yes, I really miss the old time. And yes, the price increase. The price increase. The problem with this is that it's normal to have a price increase when you have something better which is added to the bags. And I'm sorry guys, but even if I love Longchamp quality and bags are still made with quality, I'm sad to tell you that there's nothing more, but the price have skyrocketed and with no justification. The only justification that I see is that they need money for the campaign, because if you have a look on the Instagram of Longchamp, you will see it costs them a lot of money because they are making again a lot of party all around the world, and they called a bunch of people on Instagram and so on, and this is the reality. It costs them a lot of money, so they have to impact it on their bags. But other than that, you take your bags, they are the same as before. Nothing is added. And yes, all these aspects, how can I say that? I still love the brand, but I think I am really in love with their history and their heritage. But the new image of Longchamp, seriously, I don't like it. I will be honest, I don't like it. I think it is completely disconnected from the reality. Yes, I know my words are maybe a bit hard, but they are in their bubble, and they don't see the reality. And the reality, the world has changed. That's a fact. But today, there are still a lot of people working. There are mothers, there are fathers, and they need bag, not to be fashionable. They just need a bag for their everyday lifestyle. And it's becoming really hard to find something like this in Longchamp. And I am sad to tell you that, seriously, but the brand has really changed, and I do think they want it to change. I also do think that Longchamp want to enter the luxury brands. I don't know if their strategy will be okay, because if you compare to other luxurious brands, they need to work. I can tell you, they need to work. So who knows the future, but here are the saddest thing. And okay, one thing more, for example, small leather goods. For a long time, I can tell you, especially in the Foulonné range, a bunch of items were made in France. Seriously, they still have some exceptions which were produced in Morocco and Tunisia, but the majority, you can still find items made in France. And I am sad that, because I'm seeing more and more that items are clearly no more produced in France. And last time I went to a boutique, I checked a bunch of their small leather goods, and they were all made abroad. But the price of a small leather goods also increased, like the bags. So I want to pay more, but when I've got something better in return, you know? I'm not saying that those products made outside of France are no good, but it's just the fact that the brand is French, and that's kind of sad. This is my rant video. Maybe you will not like it, maybe you will hate it, but I had to share with you my point of view. So to answer the question, will I go on buying Longchamp item? Yes, I do think, because I do think I will still find some nice items, and I will still keep you informed concerning the new item and so on. But to be honest, I am looking more and more at other brands which offer the same leather qualities, and their bags are sometimes more practical than Longchamp. I do hope the future will tell me, hey, you were wrong, but here we are today. It is still my favorite brand because, I repeat, I love their story, but I have lost a little bit interest concerning all the, when something go out and, oh, it's brand new, I said, okay, I won't get excited. I need to see it first. You understand? So here we are. Please share with me your point of view. I will be more than happy to hear from you about this. That's all for today, guys, but I really wanted to share with you my experience as a long-time Longchamp collector. Yes, this is how I am today. What I can say is that I love all my collection. I do not regret the item I have bought, and I am even more happier to have the item I have bought in the past. And I do advise you, seriously guys, to do not sell your vintage bag, because fashion is a cycle, so one day it will be perfectly fashion, so keep them, because prices are really too high for what it is today. So keep them, seriously keep them. This is a long video, I'm sorry guys. Till the next one, take care, and we see us soon. Bye bye guys.